What are you doing?
I'm going to college.
Well, what about Claire?
Well, how bad is she?
She's got a temperature. She can't go to nursery.
What? Can't you phone your mother?
No, I can't.
I don't see what the problem is. You've got the day off, haven't you?
I told you on Sunday I've got the women's health lunch. It's important.
Yeah, and I've got a tutorial and a new module starting today. What do you want me to do? Cancel them so you can go gossip with your women friends?
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, stop being so selfish then. I'm only my first term and already you're making life difficult for me. I'll go and say goodbye to Claire.
Morning, hon.
Oh, no.
You staying here this morning?
Yep. Community health report. Thought I'd tackle it here where it's quiet.
That's nice. We could have lunch together.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, she's still very hot. Maybe she could do with a cold drink.
Yes, I'll get it. We've already established I'm staying with her today. Mummy's coming. Get back to bed.
Look, don't take it out on her, eh?
I do know how to look after my own daughter.
Why are you being such a pain?
Hey, where are the biscuits?
In the top cupboard.
Pardon?
The top cupboard.
No, I've looked there.
Then you've probably eaten them all, haven't you?
Oh, you still here?
I'm just doing this top.
I want to get on.
It's your day off, for goodness sake. Why don't you just relax?
Some day off.
She'll probably sleep for most of the day. Why don't you have a nice long bath?
Maybe.
Right. I'll see you later.
What are you doing?
Thought you were working.
I brought you a cup of tea.
So much junk in this house. Open up our own charity shop.
I'll just put it here, shall I?
Hello.
Hello, it's me.
Oh, hi.
Listen, I can't make it. Claire's ill and I've got to stay in with her.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah, it's just a bit of a temperature.
The lunch is off, yeah?
I'm sorry, there's not much I can do.
I was really looking forward to it.
Maybe we can meet up later in the week.
Yeah, okay, see what you can do. I miss you.
Me too.
Bye, Dave.
Bye.
I'm going out.
Oh, if you're going anywhere near the shops, can you get some biscuits?
I'm not going to the shops, I'm going to the chemist.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so now you take an interest.
What?
My period should have started 3 days ago. It's 3 days of hoping and thinking and worrying.
Well, calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down. I'm sick to death of doing this all by myself. You never asked to see my chart. You've no idea when my cycle is. Call yourself a doctor.
Kate!
I'm popping pills like there's no tomorrow. I'm eating all the right foods and I'm still not pregnant. Hardly surprising though, is it, as you're never here on the right days? I'm not interested. I'm going to the chemist. And you can get your own bloody biscuits.
Great.
Waste of time anyway. Edward is still buried in 70s postmodernism.
Really?
All the staff are the same, eh? They promise this radical new approach. It's just revisionist conservatism.
Right. So if you feel so strongly, why are you still here?
Taken in by the prospectus, like all the other mugs. I wanted to be, right there at the cutting edge. Never thought it'd be like this, full of middle-aged housewives doing it for a hobby. That should be about what's new, what's happening now, not the prerogative of some middle-aged amateur.
Some of the most radical art we have is by middle-aged people, wouldn't you say? Well, look at Dali or Pollock. It was only in their 30s or 40s that they developed the really groundbreaking work that made any impact. Well, as far as my generation's concerned, anyway. I'm sorry, is he a friend of yours?
No way, the guy's a pretentious freak.
I reckons he's doing us a favour by being here.
Oh, I just think he's trying to make an impression, that's all.
Well, he does that all right.
Should we get a coffee then?
Yeah. Are you going to join us?
Yeah.
Look, we can talk about this, or I can go to work.
Do what you want.
Okay? Let's talk about it. I know it's hard, but you cannot react like this every month.
Why can't I? Because you don't. We both agreed to try for this baby, Mac, but half the time it seems like you're not bothered.
That is not fair. I've said countless of
You
times.
say a great deal, but you don't do anything.
Well, maybe you're doing too much. All this anxiety and stress can't be doing much for your chances. You need to be patient. Give it more time.
That's just the point. I don't have any time. And the older I get, the chances of me conceiving get worse. Beginning to think we might need some help.
What do you mean?
A lot of couples our age have great difficulty in conceiving naturally.
If you're talking about alternatives, it's way too early. You know that. We tell patients to try
I'm
for at
not
least...
one of your patients. I'm your wife.
Oh, I can't talk to you if you're going to be
Oh,
like
that's
this.
it. Just walk away. Any hint of a problem and you bury your head in the sand. Well, I'm sorry I'm not as productive as the fertile Julia.
Oh, here we go again.
One look from you and she was dropping babies all over the shop.
If you're going to drag my ex-wife into
I'm
this...
serious, Mac. I want to put our names down for IVF.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Oh, nice to see you too.
You can't come in. Claire's upstairs.
So, you have friends over for lunch sometimes, don't you?
Oh, Chris.
I don't know about you, but I'm starving.
Didn't you hear what I said? You're going to have to go.
Well, what about all the goodies I brought, though?
This is my home. You shouldn't be here.
Oh, come on, we get precious little time together as it is. Look, I'll just stay for lunch and then I'll go. Promise.
I don't know.
Hey, it'll be fine. Claire's upstairs. Phil and Dan aren't going to be back for hours. Relax.
Going through IVF treatment doesn't mean you'll be pregnant at the end of it.
I know that.
The success rate is 30%, and that's for younger women.
Yeah, dropping to 10% in women over 40, so we'd better get a move on.
We've both been checked over. There is no reason why we shouldn't conceive naturally.
I've researched all of this. Some couples are physically fine, but they still don't conceive without IVF. On the website, they called it unexplained infertility. Helen could refer us. We could be put on the waiting list. We've had our blood tests done.
Slow down.
There's a presentation evening in 2 weeks' time for prospective parents.
You really have done your homework, haven't you? Look, you remember how we talked about the possibility that you might not get pregnant?
Of course I do. But we did say we'd try everything we could before we gave up.
Look, Kate, I'm worried that if we go with IVF, you'll have your hopes raised unrealistically.
They won't. I promise. You'll always be there to remind me anyway. Please, Mac. I can cope with the disappointment, as long as we just keep trying.
And if we don't succeed?
Then I don't have a baby. And I'll have to learn to live with that.
You're a house husband?
I prefer domestic engineer. I used to be an architect, but when we had the kids, it was decided that I'd be the one to take the career break. I was bored with my job, and Helen's was really taking off.
Wow.
So there I was, the only dad in the strange world of toddler groups and playgrounds. But I was a quick learner, and my school parties are legendary.
Respect. I couldn't do it.
You're too lazy. I think it's really cool.
Well, we're over the hard bit because Danny's at school and Claire's at nursery.
And so you've come back to college?
Yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. Even if I am 20 years older than everybody else.
Yeah, you could be the same age as my dad.
Oh, thanks.
No, I mean, he'd never do anything like this.
Why don't you come out with us tonight? There's a ska band on at Bar Oz.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, it's your era, isn't it? 70s?
Here you are. My last tutorial was cancelled, so if you're ready.
Yeah,
So, what about tonight?
Thanks, but Maybe some other time, yeah? See you.
How are you enjoying your maternity leave?
Oh, fine. Well, it makes a change from wrestling with health authority bureaucracy.
You're sorely missed, you know.
Yeah, I think they can cope for 6 months.
Look, it's very nice to hear from you, Mac, but you're not usually one for chit-chat. There's something else, isn't there?
I wondered if I could talk to you about IVF. Kate and I are trying for a baby.
And you're looking at all the options.
Something like that. I think it would be really helpful if you could talk to someone who'd been through it.
Oh, sure.
I know it's short notice, but how about lunch here?
Mac, I'm stuck at home with a 3-month-old baby and I'm in dire need of grown-up conversation. So, what do you want me to say?
Well, I'm impressed. This essay shows a real understanding of the key areas.
Thanks.
Despite the chocolate stains on page 3.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. My daughter decided to make her own artistic statement with a Mars bar.
Well, it's very good. You know, this makes such a change. Student humour can be so tedious at times.
Oh, better than a 4-year-old's, I can assure you.
So, how are you coping in general? Are you managing to fit in the coursework with your other commitments?
Yeah, so far.
Some of our mature students find it quite a culture shock. All the teenage angst, raging hormones.
It certainly takes me back. Although actually they seem quite tame. I mean, compared to what I used to be like.
I can imagine.
So, we have smoked bacon and truffle pâté. We have roasted sweet peppers, spinach and parmesan tartlets, and warm ciabatta bread. And for dessert, raspberry torte drizzled with white chocolate. What do you think?
She wants to come down and watch videos. I feel awful.
Oh, she'll be all right.
No, she won't. She's bored up there on her own, poor thing. I lied to her.
I'm sure she's just attention-seeking or something.
She's not the only one.
Yeah, but you love it. You know you do. Some wine?
Oh, go on then.
I think it's to do with the stage we're at. No thanks, I'm driving. You know, this is the first time that I've actually had, time of my own.
And do you think your wife resents that?
I think she's finding it difficult to come to terms with the fact that, I've got something else in my life that's important.
Apart from her and the kids?
Yeah. I know she's the one that, earns the money, and I just wish she didn't make me feel so...
Emasculated?
Yeah. Oh, listen to me. 1 glass of wine. Next thing I'll be telling you my wife doesn't understand me.
I don't think she does.
She just feels so remote. We don't seem to have a life together anymore. And I miss that closeness.
Maybe you're looking in the wrong place.
Sorry, I can't do this.
Don't worry about it. It was worth a try. Why are all the best men taken?
Listen, I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong signals. Actually, my marriage is fine. It's just at the moment
Phil,
we're going through a bit
you
of...
don't need to explain yourself. Forget it. I'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, fine.
Kate? You remember Sarah?
Yeah, of course. Who's this? This is Hannah.
Oh, hello, Hannah. Oh, isn't she gorgeous?
Thanks for coming.
Look, I wanted to leave her with my sister.
Oh, no.
Well, so that we'd be able to talk.
Oh, isn't she beautiful? What age is she?
She's 12 weeks now. Yeah, she had her second set of injections last week.
Oh, poor little thing. Did you cry?
No, no, she was very brave.
Oh, was she?
You're joking.
It's true. 4 creme brulees and a spotted dick every Thursday.
And I thought my patients were weird. Mrs. Bagshot and her travel...
All right, you win. But please spare me the details. That's what I love about you, Helen Thompson. beneath that cool exterior.
Mummy, you said you would come into my room.
Just lovely. Take your hat off, young lady. Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, gorgeous hair.
You've got lovely hair, haven't you?
She has.
Good girl.
Let's take this off.
Yeah, thanks. I think she might be a bit warm.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
That's it.
Is she all right?
Shh.
She knows I'm here.
She'll forget, hopefully. I knew this wasn't a good idea.
I'm sorry.
You never should have come here.
What, and deprive you of some of the finest food in Leatherbridge?
I'm serious, Chris.
You're right, I'm sorry. It's just all this domestic stuff just gets in the way.
Domestic stuff? Is that what you think this is? It's part of who I am. I'm sorry if that's inconvenient to you.
I didn't mean it like that.
The kids, the job, they're all part of the package. If we're going to have any future together, you've got to understand that.
I do. Of course I do, but there's more to you than that. There's a part of you which is completely separate from all this. That's what you said about being with me.
But this is the real world. When I'm with you, I can shut it all out. I can forget about it for a few hours. But you coming here today, everything's blurred. You're asking too much.
Okay. So today doesn't fit in with your master plan, so I'm asking too much of you. I do something spontaneous, and all of a sudden it turns into a national crisis.
Chris.
No. I get the picture. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be gone.
So once they know that the down regulations worked, you have to have daily injections to stimulate egg production. And John tried to do them, but no, he was too squeamish.
I don't think Mac would have any problem with that. One of the advantages of being married to a doctor.
And then, 9 days later, there's another injection to ripen the follicles and to prepare them for removal. And then 35 hours later, it's egg collection time.
Is it painful?
Well, the nurses warned me that I might suffer some discomfort, but, oh, God, it hurt like hell. And then you have to wait for 2 days while they fertilise the eggs and check them for quality.
Sounds like a battery farm.
Yeah, well, you do feel as though you're on a production line sometimes.
And then it's the embryo transfer.
2 days later. But the worst thing is waiting for 2 weeks before you can do a pregnancy test. And all the time, you're willing those tiny little embryos to hold on. And if they don't, well, you have to wait for 3 months before you can try all over again.
3 months.
So how long have you been trying?
7 months. I know we should wait for 12.
We're just exploring all the possibilities, you see.
Oh, well, you do need to think long and hard about this. It's not just the IVF cycle itself, it's the emotional impact. I was like a woman possessed for 2 years and John felt very isolated. In fact, he left me for 2 weeks when it got really bad.
It was lovely, the lunch. Thank you.
Any time.
Shall we make a time to meet next week?
Is there any point?
Of course there is. I know today was difficult, it's just the wrong place.
Well, just let me know when it's convenient then, eh?
Oh, come on, don't do this.
I mean it. I'm easy. You're the one with a complicated life.
I wish it didn't have to be like this.
Hey, why don't we try and get a weekend away together?
It would be lovely, but I don't know if I can.
Oh, God, there's always something, isn't there?
No, I'll try and fix it, I promise. It'll give us a chance to really talk.
That's not all we get up to.
No, of course not. But we haven't really talked about our future, have we?
Look, it's getting late. Phil's going to be back in a minute. Better get me a cab, eh?
That's it.
You've done this before.
I've got 3 grown-up kids. This is the easy bit, believe me.
I think she's had enough.
Yeah.
Come on then, darling. Ooh. I've got you.
Got it?
Yeah, I've got you. Oh, is she sleeping through the night yet?
Well, she can do 6 or 7 hours straight through. And John does the early morning shift.
Oh, does your daddy get you breakfast? Yeah? Oh, Sarah, I think she needs changing.
I'll make some more coffee.
I'll call you next week then.
Yeah. And I'll get some hotel brochures. Somewhere romantic.
I miss you. Will you miss me?
I do.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you ever so much for coming over. Makes such a difference hearing about it firsthand.
I just hope I haven't put you off.
Oh, no. I mean, I know it'll be hard, but it's worth it when you get something so special at the end of it.
Oh, I didn't think Mac had told you.
What?
Well, Hannah wasn't conceived through IVF. I got pregnant naturally between cycles. Talk about irony.
But
I suppose my body just took a bit longer than most.
Hello, sweetheart. Hey, now you feeling any better?
Only a little bit.
Just a little bit. Ooh, Daddy's missed you.
that was deliberate, was it?
What?
Not telling me that Hannah was conceived naturally.
The important thing is that you got to talk to someone who'd been through IVF.
It was a big coincidence, was it?
I'm sorry. I was just trying to help.
Well, you didn't, Mac. Just admit it. You just don't want to do this, do you?
Come on in, sweetheart. Let's get you a drink.
Mummy's friend came today.
Mummy's friend came today. Who was that then?
Jeff Baker from the Women's Health Guild. Just dropping off paperwork.
Jeff Baker? I thought they were all supposed to be women.
Oh, for goodness sake, don't be silly. Anyway, how was your day?
Fine.
And your tutorial?
Fine.
Anyway, let's go and watch a video, shall we?
Please, can we watch Sleeping Beauty, please, Mummy?
Of course we can.
You think that's a good idea?
I think it's a very good idea. Why? It's not as if we're trying anymore, is it?
I don't understand why you're so worked up about all this. It's not important how Sarah got pregnant. I just wanted you to know all the facts.
Stop it, Mac. I'm so tired.
You're tired.
Yeah, I am. I'm tired of struggling and fighting. I'm not strong enough to do this if I'm on my own.
You're not on your own.
I am. I wish you felt the same way as I did, but you don't. And I'm just going to have to live with that. I mean, why I ever seriously thought you wanted children? I mean, you're almost a grandfather, for goodness sake.
How many times? I am just as keen to have a child as you are.
And why are you being so obstructive? Why are you always working against me? And why don't you try as hard as I do?
Because I can't bear to see you like this.
Please.
No. Listen to me, Kate. Look, I watch you every month. Filling in the chart, counting the days, wishing you were pregnant, and every month the pain seems to get worse. Well, I can't bear seeing you going through all that. Look, we were so happy. But now this pregnancy seems to be more important than anything else. But More important than 11 years together. Kate, this is the most important relationship I've ever had. And I'm terrified that it's all going to fall apart.
Oh, Mac!
I love you, and I want you to be happy, so I'll make a deal. If you're not pregnant by your next birthday, we go with the IVF. OK?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Ron.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mac.
Something wrong?
I thought you should know. I've just been contacted by the police. I've been accused of assault.
What?
I've been accused of sexually assaulting one of my patients.
Come in.